I would love to live in Danielle's house. Love to live in Danielle's house.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have Danielle's husband.
We did mention a lot of that last episode. Yeah, I watched it back. I was like, "Yo, we were thirsty.
We were so thirsty.
We were.
That's why I brought a gallon of water today. I just can't do it.
Danielle, last week we were parched because of Nate. Yeah,
let's take a beat and let's just get a little sip of water. But I mean, going back to where the arguments kind of took place this episode, the mozzarella party, like, I just think it's such a shame because all these women really were dressed gorgeous for a nice event. And this was the first event that Danielle was hosting. She was really excited. She even hired 2 chefs to show them all how to make mozzarella. And unfortunately, it just unfolded. And, you know, Jennifer and Margaret started arguing, and Jennifer and Dolores started arguing again. And
moral of the story,
it's tiring.
Jennifer Aiden, the lackluster housewife, you know, causing problems again. It was a fun moment too, even going off the concept of like seeing. I'm now just going to the event itself, seeing how excited Danielle was. I said last episode, she's great. You know, sometimes the confessionals, people really want to win in those green screen opportunities. Yeah. And you know, sometimes people say things that aren't really that funny, but they play really well. I think Danielle does feel like somebody you want to hang out with. And I said this last week, she's very explanatory. Like, I love the way she explains. It's with so much joy. It's like, oh, and this is how we do it, and this is so fun. And like, I gotta tell you, the last time we did it, it was, you know, and I just really, you want to be in there. You know, life is short. You could live quietly, you could live under the radar, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, being humble or whatever. But I like the Danielle style. Like, let's go big or go home, you know.
Ooh, I almost thought you said Danielle style. I was about to just blow my top off.
Oh, no, the Danielle Cabral style. I guess it would sound like that. No. And you got, we're going to do a special episode in about 3 episodes here where we figure out why you don't like Danielle's style that much. But not right now. Not right now. Back to Cabral.
It'll be the counseling session of Russell Ray. The interfriendtion, and all my friends from near and far will come to counsel me and get me right. Because you know what? I ain't right. Sometimes I'm messed up in the head. But
there's something going on. There's something that, you know, he sees red when he but Danielle Cabral, I like, you've seen a moment of like, even just, you know, it's a bit not intimidating, but there's different lifestyles. You know, some of these women have gigantic mansions, you know, and Danielle's living a little bit differently, still wonderful and fabulous and all that stuff. But I think she's wearing her fabulousness. She's giving her fabulousness. Whereas like a Jennifer Aiden's like, look at my beautiful home. Aren't I great? look at my Birkin. Like, aren't I amazing? It's like,
look at all of the work that my husband has done on me.
Yeah. And I've kind of mentioned that before when we talk about money. Like, if you have money, great. I got no problem with people who have money. You know, I'm a 100%. I go hard in the paint for Larsa Pippen. She got the good money, but I also think she's fly. But you relying on you have money somehow means I got to think you're interesting. It don't fly. So I'm not saying Cabral does not have money. Danielle does, but like, her house was significantly different, and it just was fun to me. I don't know. Didn't you feel that a little bit?
I did. I really thought it's so funny because she was like, I hope nobody calls my house cute, because she thought, you know, Jennifer's house was such a monster, like such a beast, and it was gorgeous, and it was this mansion. And she's like, I swear, someone better not come in and tell me my house is cute. And the first thing that Dolores said was watching, like, oh, this is cute. Like, and again, like, it's no shade. I would love to live in Danielle's house. Love to live in Danielle's house. I would love to have Danielle's husband.
We did mention a lot of that last episode. Yeah, I watched it back. I was like, yo, we were thirsty.
We were so thirsty. That's why I brought a gallon of water today. I just can't do it.
Danielle, last week we were parched because of Nate. Yeah.
Let's take a beat and let's just get a little sip of water.
Danielle, don't you be bringing that Nate onto the show too much like that. You tell him to go stay home, do a couple scenes with the guys, but I want to see him every week. Don't you play with me like that. Don't you play with me, Danielle.
Oh my gosh. Lord, you never know what you're going to get. When
Get it back
live,
together.
You just never know what you're going to get here with Ronnie and myself. Marsha said, okay, look. I know that's right, Marsha. Marsha knows a fine one when she sees one.
We all see what we see.
And Courtney says, yes, Nate, yum.
Gobble, gobble. Come on, Courtney. Gobble, gobble.
Because he's good. Okay. Look. Okay, on to the next banner.
I forgot what we're talking
about. We're gonna move over to Joe and Melissa towards the end of the episode. They're talking family. And Melissa's really trying to support her husband in his relationship that he has with Teresa, his sister. And I took the liberty of pulling up some photos that were online, and it made me sad because if you look back, like, they were such close siblings. Like, this is just uncalled for them to be feuding the way that they are. This is, again, on the beach. I mean, look at Joe's body, though. Like, just this man has always known what he's doing. And then, moving forward, you have them again. Young brother and sister. They look very cute. I don't think Joe smiles very much, but, very happy, just like in this photo, very happy. And then you have both the couples with Louis. And this was a very cordial, very well done photo. And they looked genuine. So I don't understand why this keeps going south.
Even though I don't like Louis that much, that last picture, that's what I want to see. I want that to work. Like, and I don't know who's involved in it, or, there's outside forces that are maybe in each of their ears, make a great television show. Maybe this is just natural. Whatever the factor is, we need to change. We got to nip this in the bud, because I mean, when I see that photo, I want all of the parties involved to be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at one point, doing this show, making this great money, living in your beautiful mansions, is it worth it compared to, like, knowing what your parents, how they would be so hurt by this? It's just really not fun to see. And as I said earlier, why I maybe wasn't into this season, I was like, I don't want to see it again. I do not want to see a rewarded Teresa versus Melissa storyline, even though I do believe Melissa really gathered her quite well, very poised, very compassionate, at the end of the pool party there, calling her on the lie. It's not fun anymore, or it wasn't even fun for a long period of time. So I hope they work it out. I'm sincerely saying that. I'm Team Melissa all day, every day. But I could be Team Teresa for them to let it be us against the world kind of a thing. The two couples, like, something has got to change.
And that's what's hard for me to watch unfold, is that Joe is really the type of person who would really go to bat for his sister. Joe would really go up against the world to make anything happen for her. And I think Teresa fails to see that. And all he wants is for his wife and his sister to get along. But unfortunately, Teresa cannot stop dragging Melissa's name through the mud for whatever reason. It doesn't get her anywhere. It never does. Again, Teresa has tried to convince people not to like Melissa in past seasons, and they end up liking Melissa because Melissa's a likable person.